You know it's going to be a good day when you're making enchiladas.
That's right, filled with savory beef filling and homemade red sauce.
Trust us, folks, after your first bite, you're going to stand up and say,
Olé!
Olé! Oh my
and if
goodness.
you don't, we'll be amazed.
We'll come over and say it for you. All right,
Yes.
let's get making enchiladas. It's a great day. Okay, I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil that I've heated over medium heat. I've got a medium onion that I've chopped. Let me get this simmering a little bit. I've got 1 jalapeno that I've seeded and finely chopped. Take those seeds out to kind of lower the heat level. It's not too spicy at all. And then I've got 2 cloves of garlic that I have minced, and we're just going to cook this till it gets nice and soft.
Nice.
All right.
Let's talk about this red sauce, or I like to say rojo sauce.
He does. He loves to say rojo.
Oh, it's made with these amazing chilies. This is an ancho chili, and this is a guajillo chili.
Yeah, they're dried peppers, and
I could drink this sauce.
It is really what puts these enchiladas over the top.
Oh, so
these let me just say real fast.
Yeah,
these peppers can be found down south. That you can find them all over the place at your supermarket, usually in the produce section. You can definitely find them in a Hispanic market, or you can order them online. They are so good. Okay, so let's talk about how we made this amazing red sauce.
Or rojo sauce.
Right, or rojo. So we start with 5 guajillo peppers and 5 ancho peppers, and we're gonna roast them in a skillet over medium heat for about, 10 minutes until they become nice and aromatic and they start to release some of their oils. Then we're gonna take some kitchen shears and we're gonna cut off those stems and we're gonna rip them open and try and get all of the seeds out of them. Don't worry if you don't get all of them out, we're gonna strain it later, it's no big deal. Then we place those in a big bowl and we pour hot tap water all over them until they're submerged. And then to keep them submerged, we put a plate on there just to hold them down. And let them hang out there in the hot water for about an hour. And they're gonna get really nice and soft and really tender. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer them into a blender along with 2 Roma tomatoes that have been chopped, 3 cloves of garlic, and an onion that's been chopped as well. And then we're gonna add 3 cups of the chili soaking water.
Chili water.
That's right, the chili water. And then we're gonna close up, get a towel to kind of protect yourself, and then we're gonna puree that until nice and smooth. Then we're gonna take that and we're gonna strain it through a fine mesh sieve or a colander.
To get rid of the extra skin.
The
or
skin,
anything.
there's the skin on that pepper, and if you don't do that, the sauce is very, very gritty. So this makes it
grainy
and gritty and not desirable.
Okay.
And it just makes for really, really smooth sauce. Now we're gonna go over to the skillet and or to the stove, and we're gonna heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then to that we're gonna whisk in 2 tablespoons of flour. And what are we making?
Roux.
That's right. And cook that for about a minute. Then we're going to gently pour in the chili sauce that we created. We're going to add another cup of the chili soaking water. And then we're going to season that with a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of cumin, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And we're just gonna stir that until it thickens slightly, and you've got homemade enchilada sauce. The best! This is a pound of ground beef. I'm going with 90% lean. We're gonna drain off the grease anyway, so.
This is Chris's taco meat recipe, and it is
We have, like,
amazing.
I just love enchiladas so much, and I love tacos. And we have our standard, what we call our Tex-Mex enchiladas, which are cheese and onion. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then we've got some chicken with a verde sauce that I use flour tortillas that are so good.
I love the chicken enchiladas.
Yeah, we have a shrimp Veracruz, which are basically like enchiladas with a pumpkin sauce.
And also one that I found unexpectedly delicious was the leftover turkey enchilada.
Oh, yeah. We use that same red sauce.
Same rojo sauce. That makes anything taste good.
That's right. But I realized we don't have beef enchiladas on here, so we're like, well, and it's about to be Cinco de Mayo, so we had to fix that really quick.
Totally.
Okay, we're going to cook this until it's no longer pink, and then we're just going to add a lot of flavor. Okay, so this is nicely cooked and browned. It did render some grease, so what I do is I just tilt it to the side, kind of push the meat off, get it to the side, get a big spoon and a bowl, and just get as much out as I possibly can, and then I use a paper towel to get the rest.
Delicious.
Okay, so now it is super delicious. Now, and discard that oil safely. Now this is 2 Roma tomatoes that are gonna go in here, and they're gonna cook down, and they just add flavor, and just, I love it. This is a tablespoon of chili powder and a tablespoon of ground cumin. I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt and about a teaspoon of black pepper. And this is when it's really the flavor of the old taco meat is going to start coming together. So we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes until those tomatoes really start to break down. Then we're going to.
I've got to get a new one.
I know, because you've been drinking it.
I'm kidding.
Then we're going to add some beer. Oh, I love the smell of taco meat so much.
It smells so good.
And this is so much better than the packet. I mean, not to knock the packet. I've used them all my life, but there's so much sodium in those things, and this is just, it's so good. Okay, and you see how those tomatoes are breaking down? They'll continue to break down as we continue to cook. Now what this does, you really do not want your taco meat to be dry. I think that's the problem that a lot of home cooks have, that their taco meat is tasty, but when you go to a Mexican restaurant or Tex-Mex, that meat is really moist and really, really juicy. So I probably put, I don't know, I
that was like a cup, yeah?
It's usually about a cup. And then that leaves a little for you to, to drink. So you
now, what if then people don't want to use a beer?
Then you can use broth. Just use like a beef broth. And the beer definitely adds a little flavor. It also just makes it good and juicy.
Now, I'm going to get started on the basis of the enchilada pan.
The foundation.
Yeah, so this is a cute little pan. I like this pan.
So you can do this in a baking dish, 9 by 13, and this comfortably makes 8 enchiladas, so you can serve a family of 4, no problem.
So good. And I'm just going to spread this. I kind of want to just spread it down the middle of the pan and spread it out.
You need just a thin layer.
Look at that. Is that good, Chris?
That's great. That's perfect.
That's a good layer. That's a good
layer. You're doing a good job with the layering.
And then you're going to save some of this, also this sauce. You want to have enough that you can drench your, what you'll see us do.
You can coat your tortillas, yeah.
Yeah, drench it.
And this batch, it makes a good amount. This is, this stuff freezes beautifully, and we use it on everything we make. Breakfast, oh, we gotta do breakfast. We can use it, when you try this, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Some chorizo, forget about it.
Okay, we've got our oven preheating to 350 degrees, and we're gonna continue cooking this until most of the liquid is gone. If it gets too dry looking, you can add a little more beer, but this is probably gonna take a total of about 10 minutes. Okay, so now we've got our taco meat done. Like I said, I just cooked that until most of the liquid was evaporated or was absorbed, but you still want it nice and juicy, and then I just transferred it into that bowl, and now we've got our enchilada assembly line set up. My favorite thing in the world.
I'm the one getting messy.
That's
though.
right. Well, because you are kind of messy. All right, so now let's talk tortillas. Traditionally, you're going to use corn tortillas. If you want to, you can use flour, but I go to seek out a Hispanic Latin market, and they have homemade tortillas. These are these nice thick ones that I love. The thicker the better, because what we're going to do, we need to soften these up so they become very pliable, so we can form the enchiladas.
Yes.
So you could also make some homemade tortillas. That's fun. But what we're going to do, you don't have to do this. If you want to skip this part, you could nuke them, put them in the microwave. You just need to soften them up. But the traditional way to do it is I've got some vegetable oil in here that I've heated. This takes a little bit of, I don't know, a little practice, and you can use something. You don't want these to go into this oil for very long. You're just basically going to just soften it up. Okay, and so, depending on how hot your oil is, it may only take 2 seconds, it may take a few seconds, and then we're going to drain them on paper towels just to get rid of some.
Do you have no feeling in your fingers?
I know. I think I've done these so long that my fingers are kind of numb to it.
I'm going to get messy. Look at that. And then, Chris, you got to get the meat for me.
Yeah.
See, and when you do that, it kind of sticks to it. Oh, look at that.
But draining them on the paper towels is important to get that grease off of it, because then the sauce is going to adhere to it. Okay, now we're going to just fill it up with this.
Fill her up. There we go.
It's good if you have a loon that can help you. Get the kids in. You can make it like.
And then I'm just going to fold this over and fold that.
Yeah.
And it's pliable enough that it just sits there.
And that sauce helps it seal.
There you go.
If you're having trouble, you can do them seam side down. That works too. Okay.
I got my gloves on because I don't feel like getting all messy.
I know, no, that's good, because they do get a little messy. Okay, so we're going to continue doing this until we fill out that sheet, which should be about 8 enchiladas. Isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So we, as we said, we just kept doing that process.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned how much oil I use. You may be wondering. It's probably, I started off with a couple tablespoons of vegetable oil to heat that tortilla. As you go, you'll need to add some more. And again, but remember, draining them on the paper towels is important because it gets the excess oil off.
Totally.
Okay,
now we became a well-oiled machine in creating enchiladas.
Yes, and that's true on many levels. Okay, so now
that cheese.
top it, and no Tex-Mex enchilada would be right without a lot of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So this is some. I like to get a nice block of cheddar cheese and grate it myself on either my food processor or a box grater. It's just better than the bagged because there's some added like non-sticking agents in it. And,
I'm always make noise when there's a bunch of cheese.
I know, and
I'm
speaking over your noises. In this, so I just did this pretty much down the middle. You kind of want the ends to still be revealed.
Some people put onions.
You can sprinkle
too.
a little onion on there if you want to.
Do whatever
That's no
you
problem.
want to.
It's up to you. It's your enchilada. Okay, so now we're going to put this in the oven. We're just going to bake these until it gets nice and melty and hot through about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we dig in.
Yay! It's enchilada time!
Moment has come.
Oh, my stars and garters. Look at those.
Wow. Oh, was that
Right in the middle there, Chris.
like a work of art, you guys?
Oh, you guys.
Oh, nice and bubbly. That cheese is melted perfectly.
Wow.
So now really to give it that true Tex-Mex flair, this is optional, but you put a little chopped green leaf lettuce on
Oh,
there.
you need a little green in there.
Yeah,
There you
really
go.
good. And then I've got some, this is homemade pico de gallo, which is easy to make and adds a punch of flavor.
A little cilantro in there. It's so
a little
good.
tomato, onion, cilantro, a little pepper. Isn't that beautiful? Wow.
That's gorgeous.
I know. This is so fun to serve. It's about to be, did I say it's about to be Cinco de Mayo?
Go right down in the middle there.
All right.
Give me two.
I'm gonna give it two. All right, it's like a slice of pie. It always makes me nervous.
Oh, you got it. There you go. Look at that, Chris. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. I'll set her up.
Okay.
Yum.
Wow.
You guys!
beautiful.
Oh, I'm screaming.
Yeah, that one. Oh,
guys.
man.
Look at the beauty of this. Here, let me help you.
I got it.
Let me get this out of the way. Okay. And I got these. I got
There is
that.
nothing that makes me happier than
That
a
is
plate
gorgeous.
of enchiladas.
That is gorgeous. Look at that, you guys.
I've also got some of my homemade, this is roasted tomato salsa. I love salsa on everything, so I put a little salsa over my...
I just want people to stare at my deliciousness right there. It is so
That is really, you guys, and you see, making restaurant quality enchiladas at home
You know, do
is
I want a
doable.
little? I don't know.
You want a little salsa? I always love a little salsa.
Oh, I'm gonna just.
So that baked for about 15, I'd let it go like 18 minutes. You want that meat to stay nice and hot.
Guys, I'm gonna shovel this in here.
Okay, hold on.
All right, you're having my trouble.
I know. Who needs to go to a Tex-Mex restaurant?
Oh! Come to our house. Wow, or go to your house.
You make it and we'll come to your house.
You know, the Tex-Mex and your cheese enchiladas, I love and adore.
Yeah.
Add a little beef.
Yeah.
Oh, and your taco meat. You guys, I just want to see if you guys can see inside.
I mean, this
Look at that, it's just
for
delicious.
me, this is like last meal kind of food. I'm serious. Like, what's your last meal? Enchiladas.
Oh, your mother always gets enchiladas.
You guys.
Oh, that was a good
We
cheese
didn't
ball.
say, ole!
Oh, look. I'm gonna eat this whole thing.
I know. All right, you guys, make enchiladas. You'll be so happy if you did. What? Oh, gosh, we forgot something. We're so right.
That is 1,000,000% Luna approved. Olay!
Okay, so now I'm going to say it. Make enchiladas. You will be so happy that you did. Your guests will love you, and we love you.
You guys.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
So, it's fun too. Make an enchilada line.
That's right. All right, bye, everybody. We love you.